Hello and welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping in. I'm excited to have you here. And if you're a return visitor, thank you. I really appreciate it. I just love this community and all the friends I'm making. It's really a cool experience. I'm really enjoying it. Today is going to be a canning video. I got a good deal on pork butt at our local, we have Myers here in Michigan, and it was $1.49 a pound. I was getting them for 99 cents, but this was $1.49 and I still picked it up because that's a good price. I saw a recipe, and it's a safe recipe for apple butter pork. This person opened up a jar, heated it up, and put it over a baked potato, and it looks scrumptious. And it is just the pork that you pack with apple butter. You can use store-bought or homemade, and apple juice or apple cider and some salt. That's it. So it's after work and I'm going to get this going. I'm going to do it in quarts this time. Usually I do pints for meat, but I have some quarts I want to fill, and this will be nice when our kids are over. It will serve longer, or I can get 2 nights out of it or have leftovers. Sometimes the pints, if Jim's real hungry, there's nothing left for the next day, so the quarts will give me that option. So come along and let's make apple butter pork. And I do have my canner on my stove. I got 3 quarts of water in it. I have a Presto 23 quart, and that's what my directions say to do. And I've checked my lid to make sure the vent pipe is clear, and that I've checked to make sure that the seal is good and that the lock is loose and isn't stuck. Everything checked out. Always do that every time you pressure can. So I'm going to get out my utensils and board to cut up this. I have my jars already rinsed, just got to pull them over, and I have the apple butter here and salt. I got apple cider heating. I have apple cider heating up on the stove. They had it on sale, so an apple cider I think will give a really nice flavor, more depth to it than just apple juice. So let's get going and make apple butter pork. You can use pork loin for this if you prefer a leaner meat, and you could also do this with chicken. Use your debubbler, the pokey end, to fit it down in. The roast I had was 8.8 pounds, and I got 4 quarts by the time I trimmed off most of the fat. So now we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of apple butter on top, and it does not have to be homemade. I would make sure it doesn't have like cornstarch in it or something like that, because that's not good. But I don't think that would be in most apple sauces. You can also use pears, apple butter. I don't think that's in apple butter. You can also use pear butter. So I have my container of apple cider. Smells really good. Let me add the liquid. teaspoon of salt. I need to add some more. Smells very good. I have a little dish vinegar. I'm going to wipe the edge because that cuts the grease better. And there's a lot of grease in pork. Put my flat ring to finger tight and into the pressure canner. And this water is just, warm. I have 4 quarts in here. I did my safety check on my lid, that the seal looks good, that the emergency valve looks good, that the pipe was clear, and that the lock was not stuck. So I am going to put the lid on. I twist it. This is how my canner works, my Presto 23 quart canner. And I am going to use a weighted gauge. It's 10 pounds, and this has to process for 90 minutes. But first, I'm turning the heat up now, I have to bring this up to heat and have steam come out of this pipe for 10 minutes. Once the steam's really pouring out like a freight train, steam engine, I put the timer on 10, and when that timer goes off, I put this lock on, and then I wait till it starts to wiggle, until the pressure comes up and it's doing a nice little hula dance. And then I set my timer for 90 minutes. So I'm gonna start cleaning up now. Starting to wiggle. Just waiting for it to start moving a little more, and we're up there starting, and I'll set the timer for 90 minutes. There we go. I will also adjust the temperature to maintain this pressure. I know on my stove it's like 4.5.
Good morning. It's the next morning. By the time the canner came down to 0 pressure and I could remove the lid and then wait and take out the jars, it was late. I was in my pajamas and ready for bed. So all 4 quarts did seal. I did have a little bit of siphoning, and I don't know, usually when I raw pack, you don't add liquid. In this recipe, it was liquid added. So I'm not sure if that's why. If I cooked the meat first, maybe it wouldn't happen. But you can see it has a really nice color. There is some fat. It always looks like more in the jars than what it really is, because it just clings along the outside edge there. If you used pork loin, it would have less. And then I'm wondering if that's why it had some siphoning too. But they did all seal. They look great. I just need to wash the outside with soapy water and rinse and dry this morning, and then label. And these will go downstairs in the pantry. And like I said, the person who I saw served it over a baked potato and had some broccoli on the side, and boy, did it look like a nice dinner. So, apple, butter, pork. I keep wanting to say applesauce, so I have to say it slow. Apple, butter, pork. I'll put the recipe down below. Thank you so much for stopping in at Pike Creek Farm. If you like this video and want to see more canning videos, push the like button and subscribe to my channel. I always am doing canning videos and my mom's old recipes, family recipes, and baking and cooking and just life here on Pike Creek Farm. Thank you so much, everyone. See you next time at Pike Creek Farm.